Hello children, this is Naresh Mathur. Today we are going to discuss exercise 4.4 of NCERT Maths book of class 10. This exercise basically deals with the nature of roots. Nature of roots means we need to find whether the given equation has real roots or not. That is the call as nature of roots, whether they are real or not. So in any quadratic equation which is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, the value of b square minus 4ac determines whether it has real roots or not. This value is called as discriminant. It is also denoted by capital D. So in a quadratic equation, if the value of b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then we can say the equation has two distinct and real roots. Distinct means different real roots. Let's say one is 3 and another one is half, 2 or 3 by 2, something like that. If the discriminant equals to 0, if the value of b square minus 4ac equals to 0, then the equation has two real roots and equal roots. Equal roots means both will be same, root 2 and root 2, root 3 by 2 and root 3 by 2, 2 by 3, 2 by 3, like this. Okay, if discriminant is less than 0, it means if the value of b square minus 4ac is negative, then we can say no real roots are possible for the given equation. Right, now the first question has, find the nature of the roots of the following quadratic equation. If the real roots exist, then find them. This is quite similar with the previous exercise. We need to find the roots. First we need to find the existence of the roots, or we have to tell the nature of the roots also. So we are given a equation 2x square minus 3x plus 5. Here the values of a, b and c is 2, minus 3 and 5 respectively. Just put the value in the b square minus 4ac. So we get minus 31. Minus 31. As d is negative, d is less than 0. So we'll say no real roots for the equation. It means no real roots are possible for the given equation. In the second question, we are given 3x square minus 4 root 3x plus 4 equals to 0. After finding the value of discriminant, we get 0. So as d equals to 0, it means the roots are real and equal. Just find it. So if we add or subtract 0, it doesn't make any changes on the roots. So we get 2 root 3 by 3 and 2 root 3 by 3. This means these are the real roots and equal roots. Alright. Next, in the third equation, we can get the value of discriminant. As we can see, the value of d is 12, which is greater than 0. It means the equation has real and distinct roots. Okay, they will be differ with each other. So just when we put the value, we get 6 plus minus 2 root 3 upon 4. From here we'll take 2 as common, so that it will be 3 plus minus root 3 in brackets and up upon 4, so that 2 will be cancelled out with that 4, so that it becomes 2. So we have 3 plus root 3 upon 2 and 3 minus root 3 upon 2. Alright. In the next question, we need to find the values of k for each of the following quadratic equations so that they have two equal roots. We are given that the equation has two equal roots. For that we need to find the value of k. So just get the value of ABC here. The value of b will be k, as because k is the coefficient of x here. Just put the value of ABC in b square minus 4ac. So we get k square minus 24. As it is given that they have equal roots, just equate it with the 0. So we have k square equals to 24. So k equals to plus minus 2 root 6, because root 24 can be written as 4 into 6. Root 4 will be 2 and root 6 will be same. So k equals to plus minus 2 root 6. In the next equation, we are given kx, x minus 2 plus 6 equals to 0. First we'll multiply the kx with the x and minus 2 and make our equation. Now a will equals to k as because k is the coefficient of x square. The value of b will be minus 2k and c will be 6. Just get the value of d. So we get 4k square minus 24k equated with the 0. So 4k and k minus 6 equals to 0. Will equate it with the 0 separately. 4k equals to 0. Therefore k equals to 0. And k minus 6 equals to 0. So k equals to 6. So here we have two values of k. But k equals to 0 is not possible, because in this question if we put k equals to 0 here, the whole this term will become 0, so it will not be a quadratic equation. Therefore we'll consider k equals to 6 only. Alright, next question. Is it possible to design a rectangular mango grove whose length is twice its breadth and the area is 800 meters square? If so, find its length and breadth. So let the breadth be x meter and the length be 2x, because it is given it's twice its breadth. Then apply the formula of area of rectangle, that is L into B. So x into 2x just equate with the 800. So we have 2x square equals to 800. So we get x square equals to 400. Then taking square root both the sides, so we get x equals to plus minus 20. But as we are talking about the breadth and length, so it can't be negative. So we'll discard the negative value. So we'll take only positive. So x equals to 20. So we'll write it is, this condition is possible, and the length and breadth will be 40 and 20 meter. Okay. Now in the next question, is the following situation possible? So children, whenever we are having this kind of phrase in the question, that is it possible or is the following situation possible, then we need to first convert the whole word problem into a quadratic equation. Then we need to find the value of d. So let's start. The sum of the ages of two friends is 20 years. 4 years ago the product of their ages in years was 48. So let the percentage of one friend is x, let the percentage of the other friend be y. Or we can take directly x and 20 minus x. As we displace the value of x, we get the value of y equals to 20 minus x. Alright. 4 years ago the friend's age was x minus 4 and the other friend's age was y minus 4. The product of their ages was 48. Just solve x minus 4 multiplied by y minus 4. So we get xy minus 4 times of 20 minus 32 equals to 0. Y 20, as we have the value of x plus y already, so just put the value of x plus y here. So we get at the last xy equals to 112. Just substitute the value of y equals to what? 20 minus x. So x into 20 minus x equals to 112. X square minus 20x plus 112 equals to 0. Now we have a quadratic equation. Just find the value of d, discriminant. We are getting negative value of discriminant. It means d is less than 0. Therefore this equation has no real roots. It means this situation is not possible. Alright, now you are getting why is it given, why it is given at is the situation is possible or not. For this we need to find the value of d. D determines the whether the given equation has real roots or not. At the last question, again we have, is it possible to design a rectangular park of perimeter 80 meter and area be 400 meter square? If so, find its length and breadth. So let the length of a park be x and breadth be y meter. As we know, the perimeter of rectangle is twice of L plus B, so it will be a twice of x plus y equals to 80, so that we get the value of x plus y equals to 40. From here again we can take the value of y equals to 40 minus x. Just substitute the value of y in the equation second. So x into 40 minus x equals to 400. So we have an equation x square minus 40x plus 400 equals to 0. After putting the value of ABC we get the value of d or b square minus 4ac as 0. It means the given equation has real and equal roots, and this situation is possible. Now we need to find the roots also, length and breadth. Just put the values. We are getting 20 and 20, as because the d equals to 0, the given equation has real roots. So we'll see a rectangular park is possible. This condition is possible. Okay, first answer is first question was, is it possible? So we'll say yes, it is possible. And then at last it is saying for finding length and breadth, so we'll say length and breadth of the park will be 20 meter. As the length and breadth of a rectangular will be same, it means this rectangle is a square. So here we have the last question of the exercise. Now we have some practice questions for you. Just read it and just try it, and if you are facing any kind of problem, then let me know. I'll always be there to help you out. Thank you for careful listening. In the next video we'll discuss some extra questions of this chapter. Thank you.